It is Monday morning. It is the 19th. Good morning, and thank you very much for joining us on a Mahala Monday. My name is Dougal, and as always, here is Rhoda, everybody.
Good morning, and welcome to Mahala Monday on a Monday, not like last week it was.
On a every day.
Out a bit every day. Welcome.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful to have you along with us. Of course, as you know, we are live on YouTube and on Facebook. And thank you very much for your company. Informative as ever. So that is exactly what Mahala Monday is all about. But before we get to that, of course, today is the 19th. So we all know yesterday was International Nelson Mandela Day. And that is where we all come together. We do our 67 minutes, of course, for our communities. Because that has been the call from Nelson Mandela for us all to do. Now, with that being said, of course, last week, as you said, every day. Last week we had a whole host of shows. So there's plenty of shows there. And we definitely would like you to go and have a look at that because really, really fantastic programming there for you. And also, the essence for me is when we reflect on that the 67 minutes is not just on one day. On one day of the year and for that hour and 7 minutes. No, it is definitely something that we strongly feel about that is every day. So there's some ideas for you and organizations that you can support, of course, and get involved in. But definitely watch it as well because it definitely opens your eyes. That is the one message that I kind of got out of the whole thing.
I must say it was quite an emotional week for us, Dougal, because, you know, just having to get into the communities, finding out what's happening out there and things that we are not aware of, that you live your life and you're kind of thinking you're living your life, forgetting that there's people out there that's actually got struggles and these struggles are real, you know, so it was very emotional for me.
No, it certainly was. And that was all the shows for last week, so we definitely would like you to go in there. Now, as much as I've spoken about the past now for the past week, when it comes to the future, this is where this one gets excited because this is really what it's all about. As we all know, at Mahala Monday, this is all about education, isn't it? Entrepreneurship, social well-being, all these wonderful things. Your tripod.
That is so true. And if you really think of it, that's where Mahala Monday all started, was with education. And obviously, our company, Nickay, that had always been doing graduations, saw the need of the fact that these students they were not getting the information out there and having subject choices that's not necessarily in, you know, your bigger institutions like universities and that, but there were so many other ways of actually studying and saying, what is your passion? And what do you want to do? You want to be a chef? Do you want to be, you know, doesn't have to be the doctor, the professional necessarily, but you could go into drama, acting. There's so many courses out there that you could do and lots of private institutions you can go and study at.
Yeah, and this is really what it is about. It is shedding a light on those institutions. And then consider this. Now we're in a COVID time, and we've become an online community. This is where we shop, we get entertained, and of course, this is where you get your information with. And of course, valued information and more trustworthy information, as with Mahala Monday. And that is the most important thing. Which brings us to the topic for today.
That is right. So today we've got another institution, and as we always state, principals, parents, teachers, please get this information out to all your students. This is very important for our future generation. So please share this with your children, parents, if you're out there. Share it, share it, share it, share it. And today we've got a brilliant institution, which is Boland College.
Ooh, so we're going to talk all things Boland, and that means you might have a question or two, so we certainly would like you to be part of it. So we're definitely at Nickay Productions on YouTube and Facebook. If you've got a comment or a question, you definitely send that along to us. It is as easy as that. Which brings us then to our guest. As Rhoda said, of course, we're talking all things Boland College today. So here's extra information for you and showcasing for you this fine institution. And joining us today then is Conradi, who is a senior Officer Marketing for Boland College, was joining us. Danelle, good morning and thank you very much for joining us on Mahala Monday. Thank you for your time. How's it going?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, guys. I'm doing well. We're just a little bit cold, but we'll get through this as well.
So true to know.
No, it is absolutely wonderful having you here with us. And Rhoda and I was just talking about how important it is to get the information out there, and of course, understanding the options that is available, especially to people who want to further their studies. And I mean, your institution, Boland College, has been around for some time, which is absolutely brilliant. And where do you guys have campuses everywhere? Where do you find yourselves? Where can people find Vocational College?
Yes. So thank you guys for giving us a platform. We want to share and we want to get everybody involved. So like you said, Boland College, it's been an interesting year because this year Boland College is turning 21.
Ah.
Oopsie.
We can.
21.
Are we there?
Yes,
Yes.
we are.
Sorry, that is my side. So Boland College turned 21. So we are very happy about that, and we're very glad that we could reach that milestone.
21.
Yeah, with some interesting things happening this year throughout our college, and we're just celebrating the 20. So like you said, we have campuses in Caledon, we are in Paarl, we are in Stellenbosch, we are in Shan and at Woestyn. So we are in the whole Boland area, you'll find a campus from ours. And it's different sizes, doing different courses. But yes, in almost every town in the Boland, you'll find a Boland College.
Ah, that's quite lekker. That is quite lekker. That makes sense to me that Boland is in the Boland area.
In the Boland
I never
area.
thought of it that way.
Oh, happy 21st then. I mean, that's a big milestone. Milestone at the end of the day to be 21. I mean, wow.
Yes.
Congratulations.
No, we've been very blessed. We've been definitely very blessed to get to this. And it's institutions getting together and amalgamations happening. So for us now, Boland is turning
Excellent.
is 21. So we've been blessed over the years. Yes.
Wow.
So now, with that being said, over 21 years, I mean, you must have seen quite a number of students come through the doors of Boland colleges at those various campuses over two decades plus.
Wow.
And also considering that you've got these 5 campuses, so Paarl, Stellenbosch, Strand, Worcester, and Caledon, if I recall correctly. So how many students do you have collectively at these facilities?
So it differs every year because we have 2. But our bigger campuses drives more than between 700, 800, 900 students. And then our smaller campuses like Caledon and Strand drive between 400, 500 up to 700 again. So we have around about 4,000 to 6,000 students depending on what time of the year it is, because we've got intakes in January, then in May, then in July again. So we've been, feed-wise, we are definitely an amount of like 4,000 to 6,000 students that we can actually accommodate and get through our doors and studying and helping out to further their education.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Rhoda, sorry. I wanted to ask you this because people might be thinking, okay, you're talking to a tertiary institution. It is the middle of July, but there is definite proper reason for this as well, apart from living in a COVID time, which I will get to shortly. I mean, the focus is always, having the information, making a decision as early as possible. As we were saying right at the top of the program, you got to sort of weigh your options up and say, I like this institution, I like that course, I like that, and get to talk to the institution, get to talk to other students, get to talk to career professionals within that field. That is the responsibility of the student. And mom, dad, teachers, you got to get engaged with this as well. But now it is the middle of July, and people might go, but this is a bit early. But when do people start registering for the new academic year?
So this is so important what you're saying, and that's something we're trying to teach our younger students as well, prospective students, is our next application window opens the 1st of August. So in less than 2 weeks, the new platform is opening. You need to start applying. You need to start getting your documents ready, because you can apply from the 1st of August. And the sooner you apply, the better for yourself. Then you can get your documents through. We can start the verification process. We can start the pacing of the students. So the more early you start applying, the better for us and for yourself, just to keep your things going. This year, which is going to be different than other years, is the application period is going to be much shorter as well for TVET colleges nationally. We're opening up 1st of August, we're closing 30 September. After that, it's done. We can't open. We don't have access to the platform to open up applications again. It's not like other years that you could have applied October and you might be able to still apply in November. This year it's going to be different. It's literally those 1 August to 30 September, that's it.
Sure.
So that's one important thing that students need to realize. If you want to apply to TVET, That's crucial information that you need to take into
That is
account.
crucial.
Get your things ready, apply as soon as you can.
That is crucial.
So when you say that does that now mean me as a prospective student, I need to register with the Department of Higher Education as well? That is what you say.
So school-wise, you need to register, but for TVET colleges, we have an online system, but at every college you can just go to the online application system. So there's not one. We are working towards getting one centralized application system, but that's not yet in action. You can go to every college webpage and you can just apply directly with them.
Okay.
So in future, it will be, like you said, it will go to you need to register. As soon as the platform opens, you need to apply. But for now, each college still has its own application system that they can run.
I'm loving this, Danelle, because I myself, I get quite upset when I'm hearing there's parents that haven't put their kids or registered their kids in when school starts. Then they want to go and stand in queue. So we need to create this culture that has to start already from a young age to tell them you need to be on time. Registration is that date and that date. And if you do not make it, life at the end of the day is harsh. You go out into the workplace, life is harsh. Nobody's going to give things to you on a silver platter. You need to fend for yourself. So very important, guys, you need to register on time. If that's a registration date, you need to find out this information. And this is where we're also creating this platform for you as parents and students to look at this and say, here's a cut-off dates, here's a cut-off times. I need to stick to it. And I also agree, at the end of the day, we're creating a culture of looking at your time and managing your time correctly.
Yeah.
I'm quite happy.
And she gets angry with us, so let me just say, 1st of September, 1st of August, 30 September. Okay, guys, please.
Yes.
No one...
So don't send us Facebook messages like, can I still apply? And then it's the 30th of December. No. We'll say you can't. Because that keeps on happening. And again, look, we don't have access to it anymore. It's not a thing like, now I'll give Rhoda now a new space because I know.
Yes.
We control. If it's closed, it's closed.
It's closed.
So now, with that being said, people then apply within the prescribed time frame. They do so in a very, very good and a speedily fashion. Prospective students right now sitting at home in school, where they are now, looking at different options that they could study. What are we looking at? What are the offers from Boland College?
Okay, so we have different categories and programs available. So the most popular, especially for your matric students, your grade 12 students, we've got the national diploma. So like I said, grade 12, you need at least grade 12. And then it's a 18 months program that you're on campus, 18 months that you need to do your practical at the end of the day, that you can apply for your national diploma. So that's one program we run with. The second programs we offer, or second category of programs we offer, is your national technical certificate. Those are for the students that says, okay, I don't want to do something like a business studies or marketing, but I'm more technically driven. I'm good with my hands, that's interested in your engineering fields. Okay. We've got some engineering options for them. The third category, we get vocational studies. If you are a student in grade 9 and you already know, look here, I want to do office admin, then you can come to your nearest campus. And it's a 3-year program that runs, especially focused with subjects on office admin or safety in society. So it's very much career-driven programs. So we've got that option for you. In 3 years, you get your same qualification as your grade 12, your matric. We've got our PLP program, our pre-vocational learning program, but that is a bridging course for somebody that really, really struggled with grade 8 or grade 9. You can't really apply for it, but the college can steer you in that way and just to bridge you over to get to your NCV program. And then we also have your occupational studies happening at campus, and they come and go as we get funding. So we've got your ECDs and your painting and all of those type of learnerships happening throughout the year at Boland College. Sure. So those are our main categories we focus on.
So those are the categories that we have, and let's to be clear, those are umbrella categories. Now, if I look at the national diploma, how do I then get specifically into the nitty-gritties? People are going, okay, so national diploma category, what would fall under that?
Okay, so we look at the generic programs. So we've got marketing management, we've got human resource management, we've got business management, public, financial management. We are very blessed to be one of I think 4 or 3 colleges in South Africa to be able to offer farming management.
Okay.
So we are very blessed in that sense. We've got a farm going with lots of sheep, and we're doing greenhouses at the moment with a nut project. So we are very blessed to be able to do farming. Then we do also like hospitality and tourism and management assistant, and also a new thing that started last year. We've got medical secretary that we are very excited about.
Okay.
So we do the generic scope, the business side and like educare and stuff like that. And all of them are like a 3 years, like I said, it's 18 months studying at Boland, 18 months practical that you need to go and do to apply to for your national diploma.
And then now quickly, just for interest's sake, so those courses as we see them, do all courses get offered at all different campuses, or are some of them campus specific?
No, most of them are generic, but some of them are campus specific, like farming management. No, we don't have a farm at every campus.
I was just going to ask.
That is just at Vista available. But I think the best way to just go and figure out which is at what campus is just to go onto our website. We've got a matrix going there. You can just see, okay, I'm looking for this, and they've got specifics about what campus is available for what program. So no, we don't have kitchens at every campus, and we don't have a farm at every campus, but we do the generic things.
Yeah.
And give it more people that we can reach everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I like that, Rhoda.
Yes.
I like that those courses are quite specific. There's educare, medical, secretary stuff. There's the farming, there is the food, and I like that. Tourism.
Tourism, yeah. No, I love it. Medical secretary. I mean, yes, educare as well. So yeah, I'm loving that course, Danelle, and I think there's a lot of people at the end of it who probably look at that and could see themselves in any of those positions, you know.
Yep.
So could we then speak about the next, which was national technical certificates?
Yes. So like I mentioned, it is for the guys that wants to do something more practical. You will see it's a shorter course. It's a year program. And that's things like electrical engineering. We've got a little bricklaying, we've got plumbing, all of those type of things that it focuses more on your engineering side, which is just a year. And like I said, they've got an entry requirement because they're a technical certificate. The entry requirement is also a little bit less. So you need to have like grade 10 with 50% in maths, or grade 11 with 40% in maths. But maths, please, maths.
Not
you need maths to do
left.
electrical engineering. That's the biggest part of it. So the technical certificates, definitely the more practical side. Kids are loving it. Working with your hands. And like I said, it's a shorter course for your technical certificate.
And now, sorry, let me ask you this. So what happens with somebody now who, you know, they might not have had maths, but they find themselves at the age group of like 30 or much older a little bit in life, and they've worked maybe in that field, and they think, you know what, this is it, man, I'm going to go get that electrical engineering sort of papers or something. Would that still open the door? Are there still parameters in place, even if you didn't have maths in school?
So much of this course, especially the electrical engineering, we found that it is people that has been working, but they just need the papier, they need the paper. So most of the programs are involved around that. And look, all of our students need to go, when you register at Boland College, you need to go through the PACE test. We need to find out what your learning capabilities, where you're at languages, where you're at maths. So there are other things that are in place. If you do the PACE test, after that you get the LPCAT test. You can't fail it, so don't stress about it. But those are type of parameters that we have set that we can see, okay, are you capable of doing the maths, and what percentage of math do you understand? And we take that test and the results and say, look, how can we work with you? So that's definitely, you're more than welcome to join us and come back. And like I said, we have evolved this course for if you need the paper, you have been working.
Oh my.
more than welcome to contact us and get through the process.
Excellent.
Now, let me just get in here as well. So, regardless of the course we've just mentioned, so let's assume now any course here. This is what Boland College does. Dougal, decide I want to do course that, right? And before I do it, you guys say, yeah, come here, wonderful, great to have you here. Before we start, do a test so we can see what are your strengths and your shortcomings. But don't worry, it's not something you can fail. And then I do the test, and then I almost get the sort of tailored, if I can say, for what happens for me for the course. And then you guys equip me with the tools so I can best perform during the course. That is what you're saying you're doing.
Yes. So what the test is also showing us, like you said, exactly what you're saying, but it also gives the opportunity to our student support department to say, look here, if you need extra time, you need extra assistance, if you need to be transcribed, we have that services at the college available, and this test shows us that. So if you say you need a little bit of extra help, then that test shows us that.
Yeah.
And that's so crucial for us, why we keep on pressuring you need to write the PACE test. There's no ways around it.
Right.
You can't fail it. It just shows us your potential, and if we see we need to give you extra time, we can assist you to apply for that extra time or apply for that extra assistance. So we are our student support working very hard trying to assist all our students, just getting what they need and academic support as much as we can.
Wow.
And just a quick yes or no answer. So that sort of test, that is something that is exclusive to Boland College? Is that something that happens all across TVET colleges?
So that is something that happens across TVET colleges. And it's something you can't write it online. You need to be at campus. You need to come and write it with us. So it's not something that I can just log on. It's a licensed program, but all of the TVET colleges does. You need to go through PACE. I think it's just the execution of student support. So like I said, we've got a brilliant student department with our PACE tests and assisting our students.
Okay.
Absolutely. It does sound exciting. You know what? And I just quickly want to go to one or two comments that we have from our viewers. So Hubert says earlier, Hubert Paul says, thank you very much for this. He says, kids who end up with a good jobs are the proactive ones and the solutions to problems, not problems themselves. And you know what? That speaks to being registering early. You know what I mean? Doing the things in time. So thank you very much for that. I do see you've got another one there, and we're going to get to that one very, very shortly. So take us through all these other courses then, Danelle.
Okay, so the last category we want to talk about is the National Certificate Vocational. So it is stuff like civil engineering, electrical infrastructure. We have office administration, safety, as well as IT that's going on. So like I said, this is for your students that feels they don't want to be in school for 3 years to get their national diploma or your normal grade 12. And that is something that we said, okay, we're bringing in, you can come to campus, choose your specific program or your specific interest, and come get your grade 12, your level 4 certificate in that time.
Got you.
Okay.
Got you.
Danelle, just a quick one. Can we just go back to Danelle? I see there's a sun ray or something coming across your eyes there. Don't you just want to turn a bit? Because it looked like you had like a sun ray, sunglasses all over your eyes.
A glow.
There. A glow. You were glowing there.
Getting this extra light.
There we go. Perfect.
Just need to readjust it.
Thank you, my sweetie. Sorry for disturbing you there. You can continue.
So like I said, the National Certificate Vocational, it's a 3-year program at Boland College. It's for you to get your grade 12. It's a level 4 qualification, get your grade 12. We just specifically look at like office administration. You get 4 office administration subjects. So basically the course is 7 subjects throughout the 3 years. It's 3 of your school subjects and then 4 specific subjects to the program that you choose. So it's if you don't want to study at your school, at your normal school, you're more than welcome to approach Boland College and say, look, yeah, I'm interested in something like safety, engineering, and then it's a 3-year full-time course with us.
Okay.
Wow.
So that is the National Certificate Vocational.
Vocational,
Grouping.
yes.
Yeah, I like that. Rhoda's gonna study the electrical infrastructure construction.
So I must shock Dougal a bit because I actually did electrical engineering course.
I knew that.
Especially the drawing, sketching.
I knew that.
Drawing the circuits and so forth. So I kind of got the bit over there.
We'll be happy to have you, Rhoda, don't worry.
I'm at the stock money drawing level.
Then just quickly on that one as well. So obviously this would be very much for that student that's at school that actually realizes I am actually more engineer or designing office administration. This is what I want to be. And obviously having to be at school and they're struggling with having to do all those other different subjects and then obviously wanting to specialize in what they want to become and realizing obviously earlier at school, this is what I want to be. This is exactly the place where they can actually just go and have these courses and get the paperwork.
Yes. And that's what's nice about it. It's focused learning. You don't have to do history and verbruikerstudie and all of those generic school subjects. You can rather say, okay, look, I know what I want to do. Let's just go with that. It's not just the one big thing about National Certificate Vocational. It's definitely not an easier course. Just because you think, okay, I know I want to do office admin. It's definitely not easy.
Yeah.
It's not a thing of like, okay, I'm struggling at school. Let's just go to a college. It's going to be easier for me, which is definitely not.
Okay.
It's just more tailored to you and your interests. So hopefully then it's just something that the student needs to realize. It's not a shortcut to
it's not a
grade
shortcut.
12.
There we go.
Specifically focused.
Yeah.
There we go.
And I like that you say that because a lot of people might be thinking that is the instance that we have there. So we got another comment in from Hubert. Thank you very much for Hubert. Hubert is asking, are you linked with companies that allowed work-based learning opportunities and apprenticeships? And thank you very much, Hubert, for asking that. And let's move in that direction, Danelle. Talk to us about work-based learning as well.
Okay, so we've got a whole department within Boland. We've got people working at head office and the rest on campuses that during your time at Boland College gives you a little bit of job readiness. They help you to set up your CV, mock interviews. So they're busy throughout the year setting up our students and teaching them a little bit on how to make first impressions, how to do it, how to handle interviews and get them and prep them and get ready for it. So our work-based learning whole department focuses on sourcing of opportunities, working with departments outside of Boland College, working with state, working with the city of Cape Town, and just to try and get all of these work opportunities to our students, get through the process of, we'll send you 5 or 6 CVs, get them through the process, get them to the interview process, and then just supporting them while they're at the job sites. So, like I said, we also do job readiness to just help the students get ready for interviews and just to set them on the correct path. We do a little bit of, here's all the websites that you see where you can find your job, searching and job shadowing. And then we also, one of the things we are focusing on now is to help our students to register on the unemployment database, especially if you want to work at local development or one of the municipalities, just to say to our students, look here, go and register on the unemployment database. And through that, they also chance to graduate programs and internships.
Okay, so quite a bit of workplace learning that takes place, and especially, and I like the fact that it is really tailored to the times. Because this is very different from years ago. This is very different. This
totally different.
This is really speaking to the current challenges. To be quite honest.
Yes, no, it's definitely. I think the biggest thing is just students are under the impression, like, because we've got a workplace-based learning department, we will place every and all students, and that's definitely not the case. We can't go to an Eastern Cape and go and look for work for you there. So we're trying and assist our immediate communities, but we're trying to assist every and all opportunities we receive, we get through to our students. Not responsible to place each and every student of ours. It's just not something that is, we can't place 700-800 kids a year.
No.
So it's something that we aim to do, and we assist where we can, and we. It's not a given. Because we have a work doesn't mean each and every student will get placed. It's still your responsibility to ensure your CV is correct, to ensure that we even have your CV in our database. It's still your responsibility to, from your side as a student, to also go and look for work. And we then just take it on and say, okay, look here, you are working at Nickay, and we are mentoring you and evaluating you and see that you do your correct training that you need. It's marketing, that's marketing specific. That you don't waste your time in doing management assistant duties if you need to be in the business management, if you need to get business management exposure. So that's just the biggest thing. I think it's one of those catch-22, because we have the department, then now students need to, yes, we're going to place all of you, but it's still the students' responsibility to also go and look at least and find themselves. We just can assist.
Yeah, that's true.
But you know what? I mean, the mere fact that it is there when we talk work-based learning, you know what I mean? Just a simple thing is like a CV. What do we expect in an interview? The fact that these services are there, and especially that you've linked up with organization businesses to offer those sort of apprentices when does become available. The mere fact that it is something, it creates a culture that speaks specific to the industry that you are in. And that is the important thing, and that is really tailoring it to what it is. Now, of course, earlier in the program, you mentioned student support services that you have, and I wanted to ask you on that as well. Apart from, you know, deciding which course to do and this, what and just the broader perspective. I mean, I'm immediately thinking somebody who can help me study. That's where I'm thinking.
So look, again, we do the career guidance, we do the pay state. We can see it, look at, see what the possibilities are. We have like the workplace-based learning as well. We do have a team at head office, and then there's a person on each campus doing the personal counseling, doing career guidance, doing they're in charge of our SRC and the student leadership at Boland College, seeing that there's new leaderships. And if there's issues coming from students to the SRC, then they take it to the principal and see how we can work with our students to solve some of those unhappiness or issues that they might have. And then, of course, we've got student wellness and health. You'll see on our Facebook page, we post regularly mental wellness, how to deal with stress, how we can do with exam tips. So they're for all of that there. And then Boland College, a couple of years ago, it's something that we are very excited about and very proud of. Getting at Worcester campus, we've been working with HVR, the Hein Wagner Academy, and we have now a whole disability unit within Boland College.
Wow.
We've got some, I think our first students finishing their 6 was now in June, and there are students that are currently, or that are blind. They are visually impaired, and now they've been through Boland College getting their marketing certificate, and they're going into the workplace now. So we have a great focus on disability as well, which student support services or anyway support, and they can assist if you need to apply for certain bursaries. They can help you with that as well. So it's been a very interesting couple of years with, and they're working very hard just to support our students and just to serve our students.
That's awesome stuff. I really like what I hear, because everything from Boland I hear so far, it is really, you get so much assistance there.
Oh, yes. And you know what? I'm lucky.
You just need to ask for it, hey?
Yeah.
You have to ask. I'm just going to say now. And especially with the disability unit, you know, I went to the shop now the other day, and there was a guy that was deaf, and he showed me his T-shirt, and it was so nice actually being able to have him there. And because we have had a show also on the hearing impaired as well, and actually having to say
Yes.
thank you team. So, and you're just your basics, if we can even just learn from outside the basics and have these opportunities for the disabilities out there, this is a definite, I would say, thumbs up and brilliant on you guys for actually
Yeah.
steering this one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
no, we're very pleased and proud of that.
Yeah, and more
Excellent.
importantly, you know what? This also for you as a parent watching this now, that definitely gives you a sense of comfort, and it's knowing what is available.
Oh, yeah.
And when you make the decision of any tertiary institution, then holistically to get all that information. Hubert says, what I like about what I'm hearing is that if we teach today, as we taught yesterday, we rob our children of tomorrow. I tell you what's copyright that quote right there.
Copyright right there.
Nice.
Right there, and that is exactly it, because this is all we're hearing. This is
This is all
really
we're hearing.
within the time. So, Hubert, thank you very
Thank
much
you,
for
Hubert.
saying that. Now, when it comes to, and let me just explain this to you, our personalities. When
Yeah.
it comes to money, and she talks.
Yes, that is I love money. Here we go. Just teasing. So funding, this is our challenges our students sit with as well. That where can they get funding? Not all families can afford, to put your kids into, obviously, Boland College. Is there any other way they could actually get in contact with anybody regarding funding?
Look, we, as we are at TVET College and work at the HET, we're a public college, we do have, and we're working with NSFAS. So they've been brilliantly helping our students just to support them. So you can apply for NSFAS. We will announce as soon as their platform opens as well for applications for 2022. But so the big thing for prospective students to know is you can apply for NSFAS directly on their website and on their platform.
Yeah.
So it's not something that you can do this year with us. They've got their separate platform. They approve you. They look at your documents, and they just send us a list that you are approved, and then we enroll you at Boland College. So we are working with NSFAS, and there's a few options. There's things like you get your tuition covered. You can apply for travel allowance if you live within like 49.5 or 0.9 kilometers from campus. You can apply for traveling allowance. You also get a little personal care allowance. So there's definitely options that you need to go and research about NSFAS helping our students. And again, apply. So we can't assist you if you haven't gone and applied at NSFAS. The big thing for them is as well, just apply and apply before the platform closes. That's the big thing.
Yeah. So it's best for parents out there that obviously would love their kids to go study, even for the students themselves to actually go themselves to and look at this information on the on the website and find out the date and how to apply. And then I would say go to your parents and say, okay, I know you can't afford it. Yeah, I found out all the information. Come, I want to apply for this, So it's also our students' responsibility to step forward and actually look at this as well and say, I want to go and study, I want to do this. Here's funding to actually do this. So, there's no excuses at the end of the day.
They've been brilliant in streamlining those processes as well and doing everything in their power to change and make it easier for students to apply as well.
Yeah.
So it's just literally getting your things, getting your documents, getting in that mindset of, I need to apply. Nobody's going to apply for me.
Yeah.
They're not going to come to my house and ask me if I want money or want NSFAS. You really need to go and apply as soon as the platform's open.
So with that being said, how do people now, I mean, obviously, just to remind everybody, 1st of August, end of September, that is it. You got to do all your work in that time. How do people get in touch with you? Is there a website?
Okay, so the best is our website. We've got that they can fill in if they want more information about programs. Our contact details are on there for our different campuses. And we have a very, very active Facebook page. So if you direct message us within a few hours, you normally get a response back. So yes, any medium, you can phone us, you can email us, you can Facebook direct message us. And as things are happening, like registration now, as things are opening, our virtual graduation one of these days, everything we streamline to Facebook as well, so that you have the most latest and most fresh information that we can possibly share with you. We always push to our Facebook page as well. So for those, I know some of our students that isn't data constricted zones or that does or use Facebook on free mode, you're more than welcome to send us direct message and just get to chat. We'll be answering messages soon.
Absolutely awesome. So that is easy. So it is bolandcollege.com, www.bolandcollege.com. And it's as simple as that. Danelle, what can I say? Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for putting things so succinctly.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what a pleasure talking to you.
No, thank you for having us. And it's always been a pleasure working with you guys and just sharing the information that we have to the people that's also supporting you guys. So if there's any questions, we're more than welcome to just contact us and we'll get information to the right people as well. So thank you very much for having me.
Our absolute pleasure.
Absolute
pleasure. Since we asked you all the questions and you certainly had the answers, do you have any questions for Rhoda? Because she knows a lot.
For Dougal.
Like, seriously, if you have any questions, you can just...
My question to Rhoda is just, when are you coming to coffee? Like,
I'll have to do that trip one morning.
Definitely.
Thank you, Danelle. It was fabulous chatting to you.
Thank you very much, Danelle. That is Danelle Conradi, Senior Officer with Marketing, of course, at Boland College. Really breaking it down for you in terms of courses, how you go about it, the support that's there, all of that. And when we say support, really proper support as well that they have. And, and you know what, the whole vibe, all the courses and everything that is there is really well thought out, Rhoda. And it is really shaped for today and for what the future might hold. That is what I like.
That's what I like as well. And you know what, it really just comes down to Dougal. There's actually no excuses for you to say, oh, I couldn't go study, or, you know, there's opportunities for you to actually look at this. They're Boland, brilliant, excellent. They've got the support for you. They've got the placement as well, you know, so why not? If not, why not?
And you know what, if you think about it, they are located at different places. So if you live in that area, that is on your doorstep. And that is sometimes a challenge. That is sometimes a challenge. And then, of course, she told us about NSFAS. NSFAS. That is it. So very important. All that information is there. But if you need more information, you certainly visit their website, which is www.bolandcollege.com.
That's right. And don't forget, parents, NSFAS also has a cutoff date. So please make 100% sure you get onto their website and go and look at the cutoff date. Because you must remember, if a cutoff date is there, you will not get funding. So if you don't have the money to send your kids to school, here's an answer. Go and look at NSFAS. Yeah,
then more importantly, to register, of course, and get all your ducks in a row. 1st of August, end of September this year. You got to do it then. And that is it. And that's why we're doing this, to make sure you know what's going on.
That's right. So don't forget, you must subscribe and hit the bell. And guys, we're actually having another show. That's right, Dougal. Is it at 10:15, if I'm not mistaken? Yeah, 10:15. So, and this has got to do with social well-being. So guys,
that is going to be lekker. Yeah. That's what it's all about. So once again, thank you very much for watching this episode of Mahala Monday. Thank you very much for Danelle from Boland College who joined us. And as Rhoda said, of course, like it, subscribe so you are notified about our next programs. But more importantly, get this information. Share it around. Share it around. Definitely do that. That is your bit that you got to do. So from us, until next time, 10:15 in fact.
10:15. So grab your coffee and come back.
Have a good few moments and we'll see you then.